Hello and happy Wednesday. I am Beverly Hosford. This is Erin Nitschke. We are here with the National Federation of Professional Trainers talking about boosting energy today. There are so many ways to boost energy. You can drink water, you can exercise, you can meditate, you can take amino acids, vitamin B, you can drink coffee, you can eat chocolate, you can listen to music. There's just so many different ways to boost your energy. We're going to talk about some ways to boost energy today that might be a little different than what you're used to when you're going to get that energy boost from whatever you get it from. So if you're just joining us, throw in the comments how you boost your energy. We'd love to know. I am going to share the show on Facebook and Twitter real quick. If you have anyone that you think might want to join us, please do the same. Erin, why don't you tell us how you're doing today?
I'm doing really good. It's really bright and sunshiny outside, and I think it's supposed to be like 48. I'm so excited. Yay! It's open-toed shoe season.
Yes. Isn't it funny how the same here? Like I couldn't believe we were sitting outside with no coats yesterday. Little guy had no shoes on, no socks. And I looked at the thermometer and it says, or thermostat, and it says 45. And I was like, what?
Wait, what?
Is 45 warm enough to be doing this?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is. So funny.
Yeah, I think when you live in cold areas, you kind of like your barometer is a little bit different, you know?
Yeah.
When it's sunshiny and the sidewalks are clear, I'm busting out open-toed shoes because that season lasts like this long. Definitely. And I got a lot of them.
Yeah, so my energy's been boosted since the weather is getting nicer. Mm-hmm. But I've also I've been feeling really tired by the end of the day, I think, because all the daylight and we're doing so much more. So it's really interesting managing energy. So we're going to dive right in here and talk about how to boost energy naturally. We've got some really interesting ideas for you today. The first one is kind of the whole idea of like a spring. If you think of a spring, springs recoil and then they go boom, right? So boosting your energy by storing energy. So I think a lot of times we're just running around like crazy and we forget to just sit down for a minute and take a breather. And so sleep obviously is going to be the number one way to store energy. Other than that, reducing stress is going to be the other obvious way. And those are some things we've talked about in other episodes, which I'll throw in the comments later. And then aside from that, all these ideas that some people had, I posted on Facebook yesterday, and I got a lot of feedback from different folks about meditating and breathing and maybe listening to music and things like that can help you store energy. So when you're feeling like you want more energy, can you just take a break for a moment and do something that will help you store energy? And I'll give you a quick example, and then I'll see what Erin has to say. When I was personal training full time, I would go to the bathroom in between sessions, and I would sit on the toilet to pee, and I would close my eyes, and I would just make myself keep my eyes closed the whole time I was sitting there, and I would breathe, and then I would come out and feel so much better because just like eliminating that one type of stimulation from my environment for a minute even, I felt like it would just give me this boost of energy because your eyes are taking in so much. So that's one way that I would boost energy, by storing it. What about you, Erin? Any other thoughts on storing energy?
Yeah, so the days are busy and we run from task to task to task to task. At least I do. And I find that even if I have like a 3-minute window, I have to stop myself and make myself take a moment. Because if I have 3 minutes, immediately in my mind, I'm thinking, what can I do in 3 minutes that's on my list?
Right.
Just go lay down for 5 minutes, just close your eyes. And don't devote energy to anything at that point. Like I just try to clear my mind as much as possible and not think about the next thing that I have to do. Or, I could take care of X, Y, and Z. I could throw some more laundry in. Because I get a little manic throughout the day when I only have so much time to get things accomplished. And I'm the queen of wanting to do it all right now. Mm-hmm. So I really had to practice. And that's one thing that always sucks my energy. So I try to not do that. Like force myself into a 5-minute break, close my eyes, be grateful that I've made the progress that I have, and then come back and refocus. And I'm not tired after that.
Ooh. So put it on your to-do list. Like,
I have to
breathe. To-do. So you just said something about sucking energy. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So one way, sometimes boosting energy is not necessarily about, I need to exercise more, I need to sleep more, or I need to, take in X, Y, and Z amino acids. Sometimes it's about looking at where your energy is being invested. And there's a lot of energy vampires out there, whether that's people's a big one. People are very stimulating. And if you are in some sort of profession like fitness professionals, your job is people. And I don't mean that people suck your energy in a bad way. It's just that's where you invest your energy. And it does take a lot, and they're really stimulating. They have a lot of questions and a lot of thoughts. And so that can be taxing for you. And different foods, believe it or not, can be energy draining. And that's one reason I advocate for students and clients. Pay attention to how you feel after you eat a meal. Do you feel energized or do you feel drained? If you feel drained, not that it's 100% surefire thing that it's the meal you ate. It could be some other confounding variables that simply converged at that point. But if you notice that frequently in the meals that you're eating, it's probably because they're just not the right meals for you. So it could be sucking your energy. And I think, another energy drain, another way that energy is siphoned from us is committing to too many things. So learn to say no. And that is so hard. I'm the queen of like, oh, I'll do it. I'll help. I'll do it. And then I'm like, how do I get myself into these situations? If I was sure, maybe people wouldn't ask me to do stuff. So yeah, you have to learn to say no to things and just like, I can't fit it in this week. I'm really sorry, but here are some other times available. And then stop investing your time in things you hate. Like if it's just something that you dread doing, you dread going to, or you dread participating in, don't do it. And I'm pretty good at doing that now. The older I get and the less time I have, especially like trying to balance a family and a career and, just balancing yourself. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, that sounds great, but it's just not my jam. No. Because before 5, 10 years ago, I probably would have been like, oh yeah, I don't want to go, but I'll go. I don't do that anymore. No.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Like what you said in the beginning about we're trying to like get some caffeine in us or trying to like boost our energy or keep ourselves going, when maybe it's actually just looking at our days, looking at our weeks and saying, is there too much on my plate? Is there too much going on? And am I doing things or hanging out with people that are taking a lot out of me? And of course, there's always situations where you need to give a lot to like family or friends or clients, but maybe, if it's getting too piled up, there's too much going on, or there's some clients who are draining your energy more than others. So I love that idea of eliminating, just I can't help but think of the word eliminate and associate it with poop, but that's just me. Like if you never poop, you're going to feel bloated and whatever. So if you don't get rid of stuff that is weighing you down, you're going to feel weighed down. And it doesn't matter how much caffeine or, vitamins you take or whatever, you're just going to still feel really drained. So, and I loved what you said at the end about like enjoyment. So we talk about that a lot with exercise and nutrition. Like you should enjoy being healthy. You should enjoy it. And so I think that's a good place to go, is like making your day more enjoyable. Like, obviously we all have tasks and things that we have to do. Like we've got our to-do list, we've got to take care of, but like, how can we add more enjoyment into it? Like even like feeding my son in the morning can be stressful sometimes because he's like waking up and he's like panicking. He wants to eat. So like we sing songs, or like I'll tickle his toes, like, just making things more enjoyable. Or if like it's time to exercise and you're dreading it, maybe you're doing the wrong type of exercise, but you could also like have an outfit that you really like wearing to make it more fun. Or if you dread cooking, putting on some music that you enjoy might make cooking more fun. So I think as personal trainers and fitness instructors, we can coach people to enjoy being healthy, not just do it because you're supposed to do it, and not just going through our day and dragging our feet, because there are things that we need to do. And so how can we make it more enjoyable? And when you add enjoyment, I feel like you add energy.
I think that's very true. And I think there's a lot of ways that as fitness professionals, health coaches, we can help our clients understand how to insert joy into our day, how to integrate that so then it becomes a natural habit. Because one of the things is you can't pour from an empty cup. So if you're drained and you've got all these other things that are stressing you out, you'd be surprised if you set aside that monstrous to-do list, those unpleasant tasks, and just take a minute to just enjoy something. What are your joys? Everybody knows what they like and what they don't like. And so take a moment, and maybe it's something as simple as catching 5 minutes of your favorite show on Netflix, or maybe it's just catching 10 minutes of reading for pleasure, not for professional reasons or to read a report or something like that, just something that you enjoy. Maybe it's taking a quick walk. Maybe it's just staring out an open window. I mean, I draw inspiration from nature all the time, and sometimes I find myself zoning out and I'm like, oh yeah, I probably need to get back to it. But yeah, just taking that time for yourself will naturally kind of rebalance that shift in energy so that you're not so constantly drained. And I think we don't do that enough. Like self-care, that's all part of it. We don't do that enough to figure out ways to insert joy into our day. So it's very possible to do. We just have to shift that mindset.
Yeah. I feel like we fall into that too. Like we think we know what we enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And maybe you're just doing things out of habit. Like you think you enjoy watching a certain Netflix show, but maybe watching Netflix isn't even really that enjoyable for you. Maybe
true.
Maybe there's a hobby that you used to do. And I know when I became a new mom, like I had to really like take inventory of all the things I was doing that were enjoyable before having a baby, and like which ones do I actually enjoy and which ones was I doing to fill time. And so sometimes you have to kind of take an inventory. And then other times you're so busy you don't even know what you enjoy anymore. Like I remember when I got out of grad school and I was training clients around the clock, and I'd been at the grind for 2 years. And I remember one of my friends saying like, or a new friend, she's like, so what do you like to do for fun? And I was like, for fun. I was like, well, I exercise, I eat food.
Yeah, I sleep.
Yeah. And it's like, I had lost touch when I was in school. I had lost touch with what do I enjoy. Exercise and studying exercise became my enjoyment. And I think when you're in the fitness industry, it's really easy to get so caught up that you like forget about anything else. And it's not to say that exercise can't be your main passion, but so for Fit Pros, but also for your clients, like just really sometimes sitting down and just taking a survey, like, okay, what am I doing when I have free time? Like, what am I doing for fun? And then if you rate each thing on like a scale of 1 to 10, if you want to get all like quantitative with it, you can rate it and be like, oh, you know what? Actually, that's not really that fun. I just do that because it used to be fun and it's not fun anymore.
Right. Or because I think I need to do it. It's not that fun. So why am I doing it? Yeah, I think that's such a good point, because we do often kind of lose touch because we self-identify with what our jobs are or what our role is versus who we are as individuals. And I think that can also be an energy sucker and not remaining connected to what makes you and what you actually enjoy doing, and an effort to revisit it. So
yeah. And I just want to cycle back because I was just thinking about this with the first thing we talked about today, which is reducing stress and storing energy to get more energy. You know, one of the books that I've talked to you about before, Erin, that I'm reading about stress is it talks about how when stress levels are high, you can't really experience motivation. You can't really have energy because your body, when your stress levels are high, your thinking brain has to be occupied with managing the stress. And so the thinking brain can't actually like have willpower and make decisions towards things that are fun because it's busy dealing with the stress. And I just wanted to mention that because this author, Dr. Shanker, says that motivation comes from energy, and energy comes from low stress. And so it's like, lower the stress, boost the energy, boost the motivation. And those of you that are trying to like get your clients to get results, or you're trying to get people motivated, or you're trying to motivate yourself to market, maybe you do need to like either, like Erin said, let go of things that are weighing you down, or reduce your stress, or sleep more, or maybe like move your career or your client's path in a way that's more enjoyable for them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that is an excellent point because, yeah, the brain oftentimes controls us. We don't always know how to conquer it. And so when we're in that kind of high stress situation, you're just fight or flight all the time. And you don't have the opportunity to consciously make the decision you otherwise would if you weren't under that same level of stress.
Absolutely. So yeah, I would just ask all of you to take inventory and see if there's some areas you can reduce stress, reduce activities that are weighing you down. It's that time of year, spring, time to do some spring cleaning and then add some activities in that you enjoy, which is easy to do this time of year. I feel like there's plenty of things that we can add in, but we got to get out of our routines. Like I had a hard time getting myself to go out on the patio yesterday because I'm so used to sitting inside, and it looked kind of cold out there because there's snow out there, but I went out there and I didn't even need a jacket. So
like, I misread that.
Yeah. And I'll just throw up this quote from Billy real quick because I think it's applicable. The higher your energy level, the more efficient your body, and vice versa. So yeah, we're all looking for energy, and I think those are some great ways to get it. So let me just see if we had anything interesting in here. Finding balance in your life. Yep, I think that's kind of what we were talking about today. Having a mommy time out, 5 minutes of quiet time.
Yes. Mommy needs her time out. Mommy goes, gray.
Mommy's got to go to the bathroom.
Like a day.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's what we had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed what we had to talk about. Next week, we are going to, we're going to talk about business cards next week. Yeah. So join us next week to talk about business cards on NFPT Live. And thanks for joining us today.
Yes, so go out and get energized.
Yeah, and tell us about it.
Yes.
Share the show with your friends if you think they could use an energy boost.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Yes, thanks for joining us.